Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to this gentle, beginner-friendly yoga practice for energy. So you don't need to be doing a really big, energetic, hour-long flow every day just to get your body moving, encourage a little bit of breath, build a little bit of heat and energy. So this practice is fairly short, fairly easy to bring into your day. So we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. So again, however this looks for you, cross-legged on your knees. You can prop yourself up on a block or a blanket. Just get yourself seated and settled. And then once you're there, let's take a few moments just to land. So grounding down through your sitting bones and then lengthening up through the crown of your head. Your eyes can be closed or your gaze nice and soft. Hands can be wherever they have landed naturally. And we're just going to bring our attention to our breath. Just focusing on the sensation of the air coming in and out. Good. Let's take a few rounds of deep breaths now. So breathing into your belly. Exhaling out. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Good. Opening your eyes. And let's come onto all fours. So tabletop position. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. Drop your belly, lift your chest and your chin, inhaling for cow pose. Exhaling, bring your chin back towards your chest and round your spine for cat. Breathing in for cow. Exhaling for cat. So do a few on your own now with your own rhythm. Gently warming up the spine. Good. When you're ready, coming back to a tabletop position, neutral spine. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And we're just going to stay here for a moment. Deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to walk, step, tiptoe, however you feel you want to. Your feet up to the top of the mat in between your hands. Forward fold. Good. And then taking a deep bend in your knees. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out and up. Bringing your palms to touch above your head just for a second. And then exhaling your arms back down by your sides. Good. Let's move through some gentle sun salutations now just to build a little bit of energy. Get your body moving. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. So bringing your palms to your shins, gazing down. Exhaling to fold. Deep breath in as you come all the way back up, palms touch. Exhale, arms back down. Good, and again, breathing in. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, let your shoulders melt down your back. Exhaling to fold. Deep breath in, arms out and up. Exhaling, arms down. Good. Once more. Breathing in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up, palms touch. Keeping your palms together as you exhale, bringing your hands down through heart center. Good, just taking a round of breath here. Good. Releasing your arms and turn to face the long side of your mat. Oh, fuck. No, stop. Good. So making sure your feet are about hip distance apart. They can be a fraction wider here. And then bringing your hands in front of your heart to begin with. And you're going to take a deep bend in your knees and sink your hips down and back. And you want to be able to lift all 10 toes off the mat. So all the weight is into your heels. Good. Take a deep breath here in chair pose. Breathing in and out. So keeping your hands here in prayer. If you wish to try a little bit more, you can raise your arms up. Keep deep breathing. If your arms are lifted, just have that sensation of how far can you reach up whilst being pushed down. Good. Coming all the way back up to stand. Just release everything down just for a moment. Good. Hands in front of your heart space, sinking your hips down and back once more for chair. And then bringing your left elbow across to your right thigh. Pushing your elbow into your thigh, pushing your hands together, coming into a chair twist. Deep breath in and out. Good. Coming back to center and then coming over to the other side. So right elbow onto left thigh, pushing your palms together, breathing in and out. Good. Coming back to center, reaching your arms up. And then coming up to stand, releasing everything down, giving everything a bit of a shake out. Good. And then turn to face the long side of your mat. Spread your feet about 3 or 4 feet apart. Again, you can adjust this. You can come narrower, you can come wider. If you've got a block handy here, it might just be a good idea to grab one. If you haven't, you can use a book or you don't need to have one. It's totally fine, you can do it without. So turn your left toes to face the short end of the mat. Taking a deep bend in this left leg, arms up at shoulder height, gazing over your left fingertips for warrior 2. Taking a few deep breaths. And I really just want you to turn inwards just for a moment in this pose. This is such a common pose that we all do, especially if you've been practicing yoga for a long time. Just take a moment to feel how it feels in your body today. Is the weight even in both feet? Are your shoulders up by your ears? Good. Take a round of breath. Good, straightening that left leg. And you're going to bring your left hand down to your left shin and your right arm up to the sky to come into triangle. So this is where your block can come in handy. Just placing it alongside your left ankle and it just raises the earth up to you rather than you trying to reach down. And you want to be keeping this chest turned out and up, lifted. It's more important that this chest is lifted up than it is about how far you can reach down. So if you need to use your block, please do so. Good. Final breath in here in triangle, breathing in and out. Good. Coming back up to warrior 2 and then relaxing your arms, straightening that left leg and just turning your foot back, your left foot back to face the side of the mat. And then turning your right toes to the short end now, taking a bend in that right knee, warrior 2 the other side. Gazing over those right fingertips. And you should just be able to see your right big toe if you just take a little peek down. Good. Just having some awareness of where you are in your body. Keeping your head over your heart, heart over your pelvis. Just making minor adjustments. Good. Straightening that right leg. Bringing your right hand to your shin or your block. And then raising your left arm up to the sky. Gaze forward or up at your left hand. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. Triangle pose. Good. Coming back up to warrior two. So bending your right knee, arms up shoulder height. And then releasing your arms, straightening that right leg. And then just turning your right toes back to the front. Heel toeing your feet back together. I'm going to come to step two, the top of the mat. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhaling, hinge forward from your hips. Coming into a forward fold. And then when you get there, let your head and your neck and your shoulders be heavy. Let your arms hang. Taking a bend in your knees if you need to. Allowing your belly to rest on your thighs. Taking hold of opposite elbows, gently swinging from side to side. Taking some movement. Good. Releasing your hands back down to the earth. And then you're going to step both feet back for plank just for a moment. So wrists under shoulders. Drawing your heels away from you and pulling your belly button in towards your spine. So we're just going to stay here for a round of breath. Breathing in, you're doing a good job. Exhaling out, option to drop your knees. Good, last deep breath in. As you exhale, drop your knees. And then you're going to sink your, we're going to sink our hips back towards our heels for child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch, knees as wide as the yoga mat. And then sink yourself back. Arms stretching forward. Forehead resting on the mat. If this feels a little bit tight on your shoulders, you can make a lovely little pillow for your head with your hands. We're just going to take a few peaceful, restorative breaths here in child's pose. Good. Take a final breath in. As you exhale, slowly lift yourself up and walk your hands back to sit yourself up. And then just swing your legs out from underneath you. And we're going to come to lay on our backs. So once you are on your back, keep your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Palms facing down, just either side of your hips. And just draw your heels back towards you just a fraction, just so they're close enough that you can touch them with your fingertips. Good. Take a deep breath in and slowly peel your hips off the ground and start to lift your hip points up towards the sky, drawing your knees away from you, pushing into your hands and your feet. Deep breath in again. And then slowly exhaling, lowering your bridge. Good. And again, inhaling, lifting your hip points up, drawing your knees away from you. Inhaling in bridge. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, lifting your hip points up towards the sky for bridge once more. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, releasing them back down to the earth. Drawing your knees in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins, just pulling yourself in tight. Taking some gentle rocking motions here. I'll get my words out in a minute. Good. Releasing your feet back down to the earth. And then lifting your right foot up, placing your right foot across your left thigh, and then pushing this right knee away from you using your right hand. Coming into a reclined figure four stretch. Should just be feeling a nice gentle stretch now in your right hip. If you've got a little bit more space, you can wrap both hands behind your left thigh and draw your left thigh in towards you, but making sure that both feet are active and you're pushing that right knee away. Good, round of breath. Good, release your left foot back down if it was lifted. Place your right foot back on the ground and then we'll swap sides. So picking up your left foot, placing it across your right thigh. Using your left hand to push your left knee away. If you've got a bit more space, you can wrap hands around your right thigh, drawing it in towards you. Left knee away. Both toes pointing up. Good, releasing that right foot back down to the ground, followed by the left. And then just shift your hips over to the right, just a fraction, and then let your knees fall to the left. Arms out along the ground at shoulder height, gazing up or to the right. Closing down your eyes if that feels good. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths here in supine twist. Breathing up and down the length of the spine. Turning your gaze back to center, followed by your knees. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So hips over to the left, knees fall to the right, gaze up or gaze to the left. 3 deep breaths. Good, bringing your gaze back to center, followed by your knees. Giving your knees one final hug in. Then letting your legs go long on the mat. Feet falling out to the side. Arms alongside your body, palms facing up. Or you can bring your hands to rest on your body. Close down your eyes and we're just going to end the practice in Shavasana. So allowing all the muscles in your body to completely relax. Allow your breathing to settle into an even rhythm. Just letting that energy that you have created settle. Start to bring some awareness back to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Taking a deep breath in, raise your arms up above your head, stretching your toes at the same time, doing a lovely full body stretch. And then exhaling, bringing your knees back into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Then gently rolling onto your side. Taking your time here, using your hands to push yourself back up into your seated position. So once there, close down your eyes, sit up nice and tall. I hope you are feeling a little bit more energetic now, but not so much that you feel tired or have that feeling that maybe you've just pushed yourself a little bit more. Building some energy doesn't need to be a vigorous hour-long session. It can still be gentle and short. Let's close the practice with one final round of breath together. Breathing in through your nose. Exhaling out. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and bowing your head. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and practice with me today. Taking the time for yourself. If you enjoyed this practice with me today, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any more of these lovely, short, gentle practices. I hope to see you again on your mat soon. Namaste.